Oh, welcome back to Any Given Monday Masters preview. We have no idea what we're going to do. We're going to talk about the Masters. What's up, Mark?
Ryan French, good to see you.
You sound great.
I'm fighting a little kindergarten illness here. One of the joys of having the little kids around. There's something new every other week, but that's all right. But as long as I make it through the end of this pod, I
We're not
won't
sure.
have to do anything for a couple more days. But that's true. I do have tea. How do I sound? Does this sound like
You
a
sound like shit.
scratch in your ear?
That's all right. Yeah.
Well,
Mark's going to have an article out tomorrow, a preview. Let's start with that, Mark. Who do you have listed as maybe the powerhouses or the people that you think might win?
well, let's do this. We'll use my article that's coming out tomorrow as a framework, and we'll go through it. I have different categories. So I have Clash of the Titans,
Sure.
Sensational Southpaws, Beginner's Luck, European Invasion, Adopted Florida Man. You're going to be really surprised who's in that category.
That's going to be.
And Team America. All right. So let's go through each one of these players. Now I selected players that I think have a chance to win. It doesn't mean I would pick them to win, but I just think that they have a chance to. So let's go through each one of these players. You can just give me where you think they'll finish, why, buy them, sell them. And, you can say win, you can say top five, you can say miss the cut, whatever you think. But let's start in the highest echelon, the Titans. And we'll start with Jon Rahm, the 2023 Masters champ. He's got 3 second-place finishes and a win on Live this year. Where are you putting Rahmbo?
Yeah, I think that Jon Rahm is going to win the Masters. That's what I think.
Wow.
I think kind of the pressure is off. Like no one is really thinking of him, right? Like he plays on Live, not a lot of people paying attention. He's had a win over there. I don't like a lot of good finishes. The pressure's kind of off. No one's really mad at him anymore, or there's not a lot of emotion around Jon Rahm, right? Like good or bad. I think this might be his year. Like there's a lot of pressure, anger towards him. I just feel like it's gone, don't you? I don't know. It's just like maybe I think he might win the Masters.
Wow. Well, you heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. That's all we have for you tonight. Yeah. Thank you very much, and enjoy Masters Week. Thank you for making this easy on us.
Yeah, I just think he might win the Masters. I think he might win the Masters.
I think he could win the Masters, and here's why I agree. I would agree with some of your points. Is that he does seem like he's flying a bit under the radar.
Yeah.
The second places, the one win. The one win came in Hong Kong, which is as different a golf course as you'll find from Augusta.
True.
But I do think he hasn't really had the spotlight on him for golf.
Just a side note, Liv has got to fix the golf courses, man.
Yeah.
Whew, they're so bad.
Yeah.
It's just not good. Anyway.
And there really wasn't a preparatory event this year from Liv. Like all previous years, they've had an event before the Masters. Now, one of them was at Orange County National, but at least you were playing the week before, right? But no, I mean, most of the discourse around Rahm, really outside of the play, has been the fines that whether he'll have to pay him like $3 million in fines. That's up in the air. Whether he'll be able to come back to DP, what his Ryder Cup prospects are, but that's probably not really in the discussion this week at all. So I don't think he has much pressure on him. So I like the possibility he could contend. I actually don't have him in my top 5. I have him in my top 10.
Yeah.
But I think he's a decent pick. All right, moving on. The defending champion, Rory McIlroy, who now has the weight off his back and a green jacket on it. Where is Rory going to finish?
Yeah, I think top 10, but I just don't think he contends this year. I think the opposite of Rahm is like the pressure's off. Like there's just been so much surrounding him every time he comes to Augusta. And it is for a different reason this year. Like he finally got the Grand Slam, finally got the Masters monkey off his back. I I just don't know if the drive, of course the drive is still there, but it's just not like it's not this end all be all. So yeah, top 5, top 10, top 10 I'm going to say. I'm going to say top 10 takes a year off of like enjoys still like kind of the hangover. He's coming back for the first time since he's won it, enjoying all those, doing the champions dinner, all those type things. I think yeah, I think
We might be
those
the one golf podcast that never even brought up his dinner menu.
I don't know, dude. I've never eaten that stuff. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I've had Wagyu beef, right? But not like he's doing it. I don't know what the hell the other half of the other stuff is. Like people are like, "Oh, this is a great menu." Like just, dude. Mark, you've traveled with me a lot. Can I just have a burger, dude?
Yeah,
I don't
no,
know what that is.
You're going to talk about what you care about, and food is just not on that
Not. It's
list.
just not it. It's just not it.
With Rory, speaking of weights on his back, he has been dealing with a back injury, back spasms in there.
Do we know? Okay, I'm not going to bring it up. Billy, if you're listening, I'm not bringing it up. Okay?
We are not. We will not talk about that other league that's played at night.
Refuse. We
indoors on this podcast again.
Is there
certainly not on
player?
This episode?
Yeah.
Is
Colin Morikawa going to tee it up? We don't know. We don't know.
So that's the big question that's hanging over Rory's head. Sure. Is he had to withdraw from, I believe it was Bay Hill, and he showed up at the Players later than expected. I think he showed up on Wednesday because he was still dealing with the back injury. It's been a while, been a few weeks. He's presumably got the treatment he needs. I'm going to guess with the monkey off his back, he's going to play really well, and he might be a little rustier than he would like to be for the first round, but he'll figure it out by cut day, and he'll get in contention by the weekend. Yeah. So I have Rory in my top 5. I think he's going to finish in the top 3.
Fair.
All right. Bryson DeChambeau, where does bad finish?
Bryson's going to finish in the top 10. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if there's like he said a lot of crazy stuff in his career. The par 67 one's got to get really old to hear about, right? Like if he could take any statement back, it would probably be in his top 3, right? Like every time he tees it up, it's just like, yeah, I just think the mojo's not good at the Masters. I think there's things you don't mess with, and the lore of the Masters is just something you don't mess with. The par 67, it just haunts that dude, man. It just does. Like he just hasn't played great since then at times. Like, he says a lot of crazy stuff, but that one, I bet you, is in his top 2 or 3 of things he'd like to take back. Because sure shit, I've read like 10 tweets about it already. And it'll happen as soon as he shoots 69 or, 71 on Thursday. It'll be like, well, 4 over. And yeah, top 10.
Or even if he shoots 67, I'd be like, well, he shot even par today. Yeah. That he is a player, especially during that time when he said that. He was talking about, cheat coding the golf courses and finding shortcuts. And he has not cracked the Augusta code.
No.
And I think in the same way that the pressure of winning a Masters started to build on Rory, that's what's happening to Bryson. And I think it's more, I think it's very much in his head in a more pronounced way than any other tournament. And, last year the YouTube star that he is, he tried to embrace the showdown after he finished Saturday with Rory, and Rory kind of downplayed it, got in his own little world on Sunday, just ignored Bryson, didn't even talk to him, wouldn't acknowledge his existence basically. And it threw Bryson off.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of it is, he really wants to win this one. Yeah. And when you really want something in golf, it can make it harder. Yeah. So, I have Bryson in my top 5, but I don't have him winning this week.
Yeah.
All right, the last of the Titans, the number one player in the world, Scotty Scheffler.
I mean, you think it's so crazy to think. I was just looking at his finishes this year and like, oh, he's playing like bad. I mean, he's not playing bad. He's playing bad for Scotty Scheffler, or not even bad, like poor or average for Scotty Scheffler, but he's not playing bad. Like no one would be surprised if he wins this week. But he's not had a Scotty Scheffler like at least Scotty Scheffler of late like season. And I don't think there's been a lot of signs that that's going to turn around. He just had a new baby. Got to believe he's not been on the golf course a ton. Evidently, the new baby is there, which is insane. That's wild. It's a wild choice.
Oh, wow. Well, I may need to change my prediction on his position.
Yeah. I mean,
I thought he was going to be able to go away and get some sleep this week. That's why
Doug
I thought
Ferguson
okay.
tweeted that he's at the Masters. I'm like, what? That's crazy. That's crazy. Like the guys, I don't know. I probably wouldn't take my 9-hole to the Masters. I'd either skip the Masters or I'd go and try to win the Masters. New baby seems like not the play, but hey, good for him for being the guy. For those reasons, Scotty's not even going to be in my top 10, Mark. How about that? That's how I think.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. He won his first event of the year, the Amex, and after that, it's just been kind of a series of finishes that I would streak down any busy road naked. But for him, pretty mediocre. Yeah. And I just think that being only a couple weeks away from having your second kiddo, he probably doesn't have a ton of sleep or a ton of practice. And I think he's just going to be a little bit too rusty. I have him narrowly finishing in the top 10.
Yeah.
All right. Do you like either of these players? The sensational Southpaws trying to join the likes of Mike Weir, of Bubba Watson, of Phil Mickelson, Bobby Mack, Robert McIntyre, or Akshay Bhatia?
I mean, Robert's finish at the Valero was, he is good. I'd take Akshay, but Akshay, I don't know. Can you win with the broomstick at Augusta? Do the golf gods allow that?
I think only in Adam Scott's case.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, Adam Scott. No, I don't know. Neither one of them are finishing top 10 this week. It's a no for me.
Okay.
Maybe eventually, especially Akshay. I think eventually he could win here for sure.
Yeah, I don't think it's Akshay's time yet. He has been coming to Augusta since the drive, chip and putt days. But speaking of putting, I just don't think that broomstick can hold up for 4 days on Augusta's dry, fast greens. It looks like it's going to be a pretty warm, speedy week out there. And with Robert McIntyre, like that dude has been on a serious tear since last July.
Yeah, he really has.
He's got 2 fourths and a second this year. Second came at the Valero last week. Pretty good, momentum coming in. No stranger to major pressure. Contended in U.S. Open and the Open Championship last year, and he's a fader of the golf ball. So I do think he's going to play well. I have him finishing just narrowly inside the top 10, but not contending. All right, beginner's luck. Here's a little stat for you. Players in their Masters debut have not won since 1979. Who is the player who last won in their debut?
79. Fuzzy?
Fuzzy. Yep. Fuzzy won. Before that, it was 1934, 1935. Horton Smith and Gene Sarazen.
Yeah.
So our beginner's luck category includes Chris Gotterup and Jacob Bridgman. Do you like either of those players?
I mean, Jacob Bridgman's is the best player on the PGA Tour this year. I guess there could be an argument whether it's Rahm, him, or Bryson for like best player. I mean, best player right like this season right now. I mean, it's got to be Bridgman. I mean, Gotterup's had a great year, but like, it's got to be Bridgman, dude. I mean, the guy, because he's pretty quiet, people are just not like this season is pretty insane, dude. Like it wouldn't everybody would be shocked, but it shouldn't be that shocking, right? Like if he is in contention or that pulls the fuzzy, like no one should be that shocked. Like look at that season. It's insane.
Yeah.
I'm going Bridgman.
Okay. I mean, for 3 rounds at Riviera, he was running away with the Genesis, and he ended up holding off Rory to win. I think Riviera is a not too dissimilar style of golf course, and it's the biggest stage that you can find outside of a major, and he's staring down the defending champ. So it's pretty good simulation right there. I agree. I think the year that he's had, number 1 in the FedEx Cup, 4 top 10s on the tour this year, like he could take on all those marquee players. And Goddard, he's having a great season too, and he's been on a heater since last year. But I think he's a known kind of low ball hitter, and he's got a ton of speed. But I don't think that low ball, there are some swirling winds out there, but I don't think that low ball really is that favored from a winner's perspective.
I mean,
but
let's
who
look
knows?
at
Could get windy.
Jacob Bridgman's win against great fields, right? Signature events. AT&T T8, Genesis win, Arnie T18, Players T5. I mean, dude, he's beaten everybody in that field consistently the whole year. Like he's not. This isn't like outside of Bryson and Rahm because they aren't in the fields. He's beating everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So again, rookies don't play well. Despite all this whole season, no one really is like, oh, Jacob Bridgman. Like no one's talking about Jacob Bridgman. That's it. And I get a lot of that is the stat that you read that's been since 79. But should anyone be that surprised if he plays well or is in contention? Top 10. He's in my top 10.
And this goes back to what we were talking about with Willie Wilcox last year, is when you come to Augusta, you get basically a blank yardage book. Willie said they intentionally keep it very, blank. I mean, he had to go down and find from every different elevation change, which and some of those fairways you could walk 6 paces and the difference is 3 or 4 yards for your shot. So it's hard to figure it out your first time, and that's why leaning on somebody who's willing to give their longtime knowledge as a past champion is invaluable. Maybe those guys get together with a former winner. All right, from beginner's luck to European invasion and a player who almost pulled off a win in his debut at the Masters, Ludwig Oberg. He finished second in his debut in 2024, and he finished 7th last year. Where do you have him finishing?
I mean, it'll probably be a top 10 mark, but I don't know, man. It's starting to feel like the Sunday wobbles might be a little more serious than we thought. I mean, there's some pretty tough Sundays. The Players was rough, right? Like that was rough. It's on TV. It's a big event. It hurts a little bit more than if you blew like the Valspar. I don't believe the Players is a major, but it's a very important tournament for sure. And a lot of people watch it and a lot of people love it. And it was all like the meltdown was on display. And then last week when it just, that's not, you got to have everything at Augusta. And if there's some doubt in your mind on Sunday, it's not the place. Like Rory is a great example of that. I mean, he's had a lot of Sundays at Augusta that were pretty ugly. So when you have the wobbles on Sunday a little bit, I'm not sure Augusta is the place you're trying to fix it. So he's obviously talented, going to win the Masters one day. It's not going to be this year. Top 10.
Well, coming down the stretch last year, I had forgotten this, that he got himself right at the top of the leaderboard. He was one back through the middle of the back nine. last year, and he finished. Do you remember this?
No.
Bogey triple last year.
Oh, dude, that guy's got some
finish
Sunday stuff.
to finish 7th.
Whew, that is rough.
Talk about a sickening finish.
Oof. Yeah.
So that just kind of reinforces what you were saying. I'd be just based on his first 2 appearances, 2nd and 7th. I am doing better than last year. I have him finishing 5th.
Okay, great.
Yeah, not bringing it home. Matty Fitz on the European Invasion, another hot player. What do you have? Where do you have the Valspar champion?
I don't know if I don't like him. He's just kind of. I never think about him. Like, he could win the match. I don't like when I'm thinking about players, and I should. This is just a personal thing. Like, I should. He's a great player. I mean, like, he's a great player. He's a major champion. Like, but when you think you didn't like, you were like, oh yeah, I get. Like, I don't know. He just doesn't come to mind. Why is that for me? I don't know. Yeah, he's probably a top 10 player, but I didn't even think about him until you just said it. And I should. Like, the dude's so good. I don't know. He's kind of a goofy nerd. Nice dude. Like, is it cross-handed chipping? I don't know why. I just don't think about him. It's kind of wild.
You of all people should not discriminate against somebody who has some chipping.
No,
issues.
I tried it today. Yeah. I happened to be in Florida, and I was talking with someone, and I was like, I think I might try it, and it's not terrible. It does take the right hand out of it.
Yeah, Fitz. I mean, he's not a charismatic player to watch.
Yeah,
and that's part of it. And he's just all business out there, right? And then there's a cross-handed chipping. He's not an imposing figure.
Yeah.
But
he's a pasty white dude. Like, he's the only, like, non-tan.
And there's something that I can't discriminate against.
Yeah, true.
But, he almost got into a playoff with Cam Young. He bogeys 18 there at the Players.
There's no doubt. Yeah, there's no doubt he deserves to be in this. I just don't know why.
10 of 11 cuts made at Augusta, but his best finish is a T10 there. One single T10 since 2016. So,
I'm going to say not in the top 10, and it's all personal bias. It's all personal. I don't know why. I just never think of him.
I mean, he has developed significantly as a player
100%
in like the last year and a half, but there's something about Augusta. I just don't think it really suits his eye. So I'm going to say outside the top 10, top 25, maybe. Okay. This is your favorite category.
Yeah, I know that. I was waiting for this.
It's such a strong category that only one player falls into it. The adopted Florida man, Corey Connors. Yeah. Take it away.
I mean, here's the deal, right? Like, I semi-joke pick him as my win, right? And every year someone says, like, someone said today, are we really going to do this again? Like, yeah, dude, we're really doing it again. But also, I would just like to read this off, okay? First ever Masters, Corey was in 2019. Finished T46, okay? Making a cut at your first Masters, pretty good. Then T10, T8, T6, missed the cut, T38, T8. The dude has had 4 top 10s in the last 6 years. And last year, he was in contention for a while. Like, the dude's very good there. I mean, it's a ball striker's golf course, and the dude just flushes it. I sent a message to Dennis Paulson that I would never appear on the Paulson's show again, jokingly, because he said, I can't remember who he was talking about the first part, but he goes, so-and-so, you just watch him and you don't really, aren't really that impressed, but somehow he just signs for a 68 every round, right? Mm-hmm. And then he goes, then there's guys like Corey Connors who just flushes every shot. Some of the best ball striking I've ever seen. And he shoots 71 every round. And I'm just like, I'm never coming on the Paulson show again. But the reality of this is, like, the dude is very good at this golf course. 4 top 10s in a major in 6 years. means you can definitely win this event. Yes, he's not a great putter. We all know that. You don't have to putt like because he finished T6 twice, T8 a couple times. Like we're not talking like, oh, he'll never win. Like he's literally like 2 or 3 putts away from winning. So he doesn't have to make a ton of putts because when he's flushing, and it's often, the dude can contend. So yes, we are doing it again. Yes, he's going to finish in the top 10. And one day, I believe that Corey Connors will win the Masters, and it might be this year.
Who will win the Masters first? Corey Connors or Akshay Bhatia?
Definitely Corey Connors.
Okay. And he has history on his side. The Masters tweeted today over the last 20 years, the Master champion was on average competing in their 9th tournament.
Yep.
And among those making their 9th competitive trip around Augusta, Siwoo Kim, Xander Schauffele, and you guessed it, one Corey Connors.
That's a pretty alarming stat, right? I guess I would be interested to see what it is for like the Valero. Maybe it's not that alarming, because it's just an event that we keep stats like that, right? Like no one's going like, oh, I wonder how many years the average year has been for the Valero Texas Open. Also, the Valero Texas Open, I assume, has probably moved courses like 10 times. So you just don't have stats, right? Like Augusta's just the place you have stats like that. So, but it's alarming. We're going to have Ryan Gerard on tomorrow. I think he's going to come on. And does this place just so hard that it takes that long to figure it out, dude? Like 9 years is crazy. That's a long time. Average. So that means like there's plenty of guys who like 15th, 16th try finally win. Yeah. Corey Connors is winning this year. That's all there is to it. I know I've said John Rahm. Obviously, I don't mean that.
Okay, so in your head-to-head matchup, Corey Connors versus John Rahm, who are you picking?
Yeah, my heart is picking Corey Connors.
Sure.
I mean, straight up, there's no way you pick Corey Connors, but
oh God,
I refuse to die.
It's not even. We don't even have any money on this.
I could live with myself if I picked John Rahm. I couldn't. It's Corey Connors. I'm switching my pick from John Rahm to Corey Connors. Obviously.
There we go. All right, moving on from north of the wall to south of the wall. Team America. Here we go. Xander Schauffele.
Yeah, it's a no for me. He's not in the top 10. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no on Xander. Little bit. It's just been, I don't know. He kind of fits in the Fitzy thing for me. But Mark, your thoughts on Xander? I don't have any good.
Well, he's been a little quieter this year, especially early in the year. There was just very little flash in his game, but he's building momentum. And he's playing better as of late. In his past 4 starts, he's got 3 top 10s with a 3rd at the Players and a 4th at Valero. So, look, he's finished in the top 10 at the Masters each of the past 3 years. 5 out of the past 7. So he likes the place.
Yeah.
When he's trending, he's dangerous. So I don't have him winning. I do have him in the top 10. I have him finishing 7th this year.
Okay. I like this.
All right. Cameron Young, the Players champion. Where do you have Cameron Young finishing?
Today, RB, good follow on Twitter, said he was at the Masters, and he's a big Cam Young guy, and he said on 15, I think. 15, he almost got hit by his drive, and then the caddy asked him to throw the ball out in the fairway, that's standard practice round stuff that happens with everyone if you're listening and you don't know that. and then he laid up and spun 2 wedges into the water. So, yeah, I'm gonna, based on that solely alone, I'm saying he's not in the top 10.
One spectator's observation, one
Yeah,
hole on a
no,
Monday.
yeah, 100%.
They always say tournaments are won on Mondays. Majors
Yeah,
are won on Mondays.
that's it. You cannot be spinning multiple wedges into the water on 15. He's probably gonna win by 8 now.
Yeah, this right here is going to propel him. I mean, look, you referred to it earlier. Who are the hottest players in the world? He's one of them. T3, Arnold Palmer, winner at the Players. He's got a Ryder Cup under his belt. He missed the cut at the Masters last year. Best finish at Augusta is T7. So, his track record around Augusta doesn't really tell you he's probably going to get in contention, but he is playing great golf. But then you have the Monday,
Yeah,
Monday
he's outside of the top 10.
disaster, according to RB. So, that's probably outside the top 10 right there.
Yeah.
I actually have him finishing third, but I may have to, before I release the article, I may have to change that, make some amendment.
He's going to win by 8 if you change it. For sure.
Yeah. Well, that brings us to the player who I think is going to capture.
I know your pick. I think. Go ahead.
I think this man is going to reclaim his Captain America status this week, and that is Patrick Reed. I think Patrick Reed is going to win the Masters.
I am going to show you a picture of Patrick Reed that might change your mind. Did you see his picture for his new private jet company that he's like he's a sponsor, VistaJet?
No.
Okay. Hold please. I'll have to show you if you're watching on this. Hold on. Okay.
Is this going to be more cringeworthy than the baseball ticket seats?
Yeah. Just like
pull it over.
Like it's hard to see, but
it's hard to see.
But I'm going to send it to you. But this is the ad, and like this is the best picture they had.
Yeah,
and it's
he's not photogenic. I'm not picking him because he looks good on camera.
Dude, the guy looks so awkward.
But he's always looked so awkward.
I know.
I'm not picking him because I like him,
I understand,
or I respect him as a human being, or because he looks really good in jet ads. I'm picking him because somehow leaving Live has given him new life.
Yeah,
he went second win in his 3 starts on DP to start the year. Okay, you're sending me.
I'm sending you the picture.
I'm going to react to it in real time, which is never a good idea on a podcast. Oh, it's so awkward. It's so awkward. That like smile is completely contrived.
No one thought that was like hey, Patrick.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of my son's kindergarten school photo.
Yeah.
My son just cannot smile, and you have to coach him to smile, and it never quite comes out as it comes out when he's joyful.
Yeah,
but
I think this is a very good pick. I think it's a very good pick. I like it, not because I like it, because no one really likes it, but I think you're 100% on board here. It's a good pick.
Just to illustrate how long Patrick Reed's love affair goes back with Augusta. When he won in 2018, can you remember who he beat by a single shot?
Ooh, that's a great question. I don't.
It's somebody who's not at Augusta anymore. It's somebody.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's somebody who was a lot of smoke, no sizzle.
Who was it?
Ricky Fowler.
Oh, Ricky. Oh, Ricks. Remember when he was going to win a bunch of Masters? Whew.
Yeah. Man. So that just tells you like how long he's played well at Augusta, and he finished
really is.
He finished third last year, I believe.
Yeah, he was in it. I love Kyle Porter. I think put it up side by side, but Patrick had a press conference today, and they asked why he came back to the PGA Tour. He said, "I'd like to spend more time with my family." That's paraphrasing, but it's like, this is what's best for me and my family. And then Kyle put it like the quote up when he left for Live, and it
Oh,
was like
oof,
almost the same exact
oof.
quote. It's just classic. But what
But
are you going to say?
this is the amazing thing about like any very successful athlete is the placebo effect.
Yeah,
If they are someone who can fully believe in their own bullshit,
yeah,
they
yeah,
will be successful.
yeah.
Just go through all the players. Like, Mickelson won with 2 drivers and no drivers. He won a major with 2 drivers and no drivers. Okay. He convinced him that both of those ways were the ways to play a major, and he won.
Another Kyle Porter tweet is post your favorite picture, and someone wrote, "This man finished second while putting on the driving range." And it was Phil hitting putts on the driving range. I think of the man played with no drivers, 2 drivers, and he's putting on the driving range, and he's just like
So look, if he believes that he looks really good on a VistaJet and that his family is going to be happier now, and
Yeah.
it brings him the self-satisfaction to go hit the shots he needs on Sunday.
Yeah, and he's just good there anyway. But also, it's like it's not that there's no such thing. It's like I this is like overdone, so I don't want to do it. But like bulletin board material. I think Patrick generally wants to get back to the PGA Tour, and winning this obviously does it. He's still got his card locked up through DP, but it's not going to be as good as like his status would be way better, obviously, with the Masters win. So it's a little bit of an extra bonus, a little bit of extra motivation, if there is such a thing, to get back a full card on the PGA Tour.
Are there any players that you would like to talk about beyond what we've talked about so far?
I think Ryan Gerard and I were texting back and forth today. I mean, what a good dude, man. The guy's just – I just said, hey, dude, if you don't want to come on, no problem. And he's like, yeah, man, I'll make time for you. And rookies, he hasn't had a great start to the season. It's not a great place to do it, but like one of my genuinely favorite people in golf, just always willing to do it. And to get into the Masters, we went to Emeritus in the Christmas or New Year's, and it showed how badly he wanted it, and then lost in a playoff to do it. I hope, I don't know, again, rookies just don't play well here, but I just want to talk about him because I think he's just one of the really good straight shooters in golf. Like, never shies away from anything, always willing to talk, always willing to have a quote. I think he's a great young player. So I hope that Ryan Gerard plays well.
I'll second that. I'll look forward to the conversation too. And one player I will add on top of that is a friend of the pod through his caddy is Sung J M. Willie Wilcox will likely join us tomorrow or Wednesday for 20 minutes or so and talk about a good walk around Augusta. We appreciate that from him, but Willie is he's very high on Sung Jae anytime, the Prince, but especially when conditions are firm, and it seems like it's going to be a firm week at Augusta. So Sung Jae, I believe he finished second in 2020, and he has another really high finish, but he's got a few top 10s there. So, there's somebody that we're rooting for as well.
Here's my sleeper pick, and this is a true sleeper. Cam Smith. Cam Smith is going to play well this week because of the firm and fast conditions. A little bit better on Live. I mean, he's been terrible. There is nothing outside of firm and fast that makes me think that. I just saw an interview today with him. He's talking about firm and fast. Most of the time, and this is even in majors, this is not a Live thing. Like, Cam just doesn't love golf, it seems, right? And that was before. Like, I'm not talking Live. I'm just talking in general. I think he loves to fish. I think golf is a means to go fishing. And I just saw the interview and I was like, I don't know why, but I think this Cam Smith is my sleeper of sleepers. And that's crazy to say about one of the, at the time, like you would be like, Cam Smith probably going to have 5 majors, right? Like when he won, you were like, dude, this guy is going to be so good. He's going to never stop winning majors. And now that wasn't that many years ago. Now we're like the sleeper of sleepers, Cam Smith, former number 2 player in the world.
Yeah, by Sunday afternoon, Cam Smith is going to be in a boat fishing somewhere.
Yeah, it's
by the time the leaders make the turn. Okay,
it's probably true. It's probably true.
Speaking of sleeping, my son's noise machine is
Not-
on. He is down for the night, so we're going to sign off. It's 11:08 there on the East Coast in Miami, where you are, for your top secret mission. We'll have more on that later. It's very exciting. But for now, we'll just say stay tuned for probably Wednesday morning or tomorrow night. We may have another episode depending on when Ryan and Willie can join us, but certainly Wednesday morning, tune in for another episode of Any Given Monday.
Enjoy Masters.